Hi, I'm Dr. Bonnie Connor. I'm a research neuropsychologist at Posit Science, and I'm responsible for the outcome measures that we use to see how much people benefit from training as they go through it. So we get some information about people through testing before they go through training, and it tells us how they're doing on measures like memory, attention, concentration. And then we look at those same measures after they've completed training to see in what areas they've improved. So I'm going to show you a little bit about one of the tasks that we do in the program, and it's something called sound replay. This is the fourth in our 6 tasks, and it builds on the brain's ability to process information that it hears and process this information in the sequence in which it occurs. So in some ways it's like the task Match It, which you've already seen, in that you're hearing speech sounds, you're hearing either syllables or words. But in Match It, you are learning to find those syllables in space, whereas in Sound Replay you're learning to manipulate those sounds in time. So this is a task that we would call a span task, where the brain is being asked to keep information in its ready memory, something that we might call in the world of neuropsychology working memory. And often people say it's keeping that information in the front of your mind long enough to do something with it. So this task begins small. You hear a couple of sounds, and then you're presented with information on the screen that gives you how these sounds would be spelled out. And you are asked to click on those blocks in the order in which you heard them. And what we do is we gradually build up this span. So it will start out with 2 sounds. It will gradually increase as you get better at the task to 3 and 4 and so on. And we'll push you to see how much of this information you can hold in your working memory in the front of your mind, in the same way that you might hold a telephone number long enough to punch it out on the telephone keypad. So let's have a look at what the task looks like. So with Sound Replay, you have a button that prompts you to start, and then we actually have speakers so that you can hear what these sounds sound like. But if you were doing this task yourself, you would have headphones on. And so we press the start button.
Get that.
So we heard 3 sounds. Ge, va, do. And I happened to get those in the correct order, and so I got a pleasant tone sound that said I did it correctly. Let's do one more. Click start.
Stew.
That was the, za, stew. That's all there is to it. So when you begin this task yourself, you'll start out with 2 sounds, and you will gradually increase as you get better and better at the task to more and more sounds, and eventually to words that will be presented in a span as well. And so we certainly hope that you enjoy this as you learn the task.